Today on the Road Hard Roadhouse, we're doing a 2003 Infiniti G35 rear brakes and rotors. So we're using the EBC red stuff ceramic brake pads and the EBC slotted rotors. This will also work on the 2003, 2004, 2005 Infiniti G35s. You'd have to check as far as the four-door goes, but as far as the two doors, it's pretty much all the same. So let's get started. Okay, got the rear rotors on a 2003 Infiniti G35. Here and right here is where you're going to take the caliper off. As with the front rotor, at certain times you may have to bang the living tar out of them. You want to bang it right in here, in between the studs here. And this one was really on really good. I had to bang all the way around on each one of these in order for it to break through. And here we have where I'm using a C-clamp to get the piston back in the caliper. So as you rotate this thing, it'll push the piston back in. What you're looking for, right there. As you can see, the piston is all the way back in the caliper. And here we got the EBC red stuff brakes already installed inside the caliper. Then we'll just put it back on. And once you get the caliper back on, you're going to take the bolt. And the lower bolt as well. Because the camera's in the way. And there we go, one side's done. Now what you can do is you can wipe off all this stuff with some sort of brake cleaner or whatever, and it will knock off this, and it will be a silver in color. These brakes are not black like I thought they were on the front. So we'll do that before we put the wheel back on, so we don't get the brake pads all clogged up with that black paint of some sort that they put on there that comes off when the brakes are applied. On the other side, this may be locked on here, so you're going to need to hit it. Get some really hard hits right in the middle. There it goes. Went on the very last one. Here, and what you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure that that's always clean. Always put that lid back on that sucker, and if it gets contaminated, throw it away. They're not that expensive to buy at Walmart or O'Reilly's or whatever, but if it gets contaminated, throw it away. You do not want to pack bearings later on down the line and have contaminated grease. So I'm going to put this back in play here. It's really too bad that you got all this expensive brake stuff, the red stuff ceramic, and you're actually covering it up. But put a pretty generous coat on here. This rough edge is going to be the top. Make sure with this, I'm not going to kink this brake line. You're going to go ahead and put your bolts back in, one at the top and one at the bottom, just like you did on the other side. Pretty easy stuff. And tighten it up, and put your wheel back on, and you're ready to go. Just want to let you know, before you drive the car very far, you need to make sure you set the brakes. And by setting the brakes, you're going to drive it really slow, and then you're going to kind of lean pretty hard into the brakes, and that will set the brakes for you. So because once that cylinder is compressed, if you remember my video, once the cylinder is compressed all the way back, you're going to need to hit the brakes so it'll push out up against the brake pad itself, which in turn hits the rotor itself. So that's what causes your brakes. So you're going to need to take it out. What I do is I drive it to a parking lot near that I can go ahead and run around the parking lot a little bit and hit the brakes 3 or 4 times, try to throw my son through the windshield. And that's how you do it. And as always, if you ride her hard, don't put her up wet.